The time has come to reclaim Borneo from the clutches of the Ray's Empire. Almachus, one of the 4 cardinals of the Ray's church, is the man responsible for warping Duke Rhee's mind and turning him against the Alliance. As Vester's campaign to free his father from the Cardinal's dark influence makes solid ground, he was suddenly defeated in the siege on Castle Menace, and we have lost contact with his forces. The Sinnoh Knights now ride out to find our friend and help him make the final push to liberate his homeland. So begins Chapter 12 Main, the Dark Cardinal. Objective: locate Vester and help him seize the castle within 24 turns. This ring-shaped map features a large lake in the middle, dividing 2 villages in the top left and the bottom right, populated by militia fighters helping to cover the wounded Vester. For tactics rankings, you earn 1 point for clearing the map, a 2nd point for winning within 22 turns instead of 24, and a 3rd point for keeping all the villagers alive. For once, the tactic ranks are actually quite difficult. The northwestern village in particular is under threat by enemy forces and will fall quickly unless reinforced. Our units start on high ground with a 1-tile access to the rest of the map blocked by a very tanky armor knight called Vandal. Vandal is holding a shield that will reduce even magic damage. At this point in the game though, stripping a unit of their shields should be very easy. But if you can't get through Vandal fast enough, you can bypass him by walking down the hills instead. Be warned, though the left hill is safe, the right hill features 3 ambushing crossbows with overwatch if you try to go down. Alvina is force deployed on this map, and she will have to make a long trek to clear the map for you. Vester is hiding in the bottom right village and will show himself on turn 3. Alvina must first make her way to the top left village and speak with a priest called Scarl to retrieve the holy water, and then run all the way to the other village to heal Vester with it. As she is making this trek, the rest of our army needs to be able to do everything else on the map. The middle of the map features 4 ballistas that will constantly fire on you, and they represent the greatest threat on the map. The massive areas they can deny will make your trek to the surrounding villages, and completing the side quest very difficult. The supply convoy in the middle of the ballista ring is a man called Pentland. Alvina can stop by and speak to Pentland along the way between the 2 villages to talk to him, and if she does, Pentland and the ballistas will convert to allied NPCs instead and will now direct their fire to help us. In reality, getting Alvina to Pentland is no easy feat, and you may need to take down some of the 4 ballistas out of necessity. Feel free to do it, recruiting all 4 ballistas isn't necessary or helpful to beat the map, since some of them can't reach Almachus' fort. I recommend splitting your forces into 2 after dealing with or bypassing Vandal. One group going to the top left village to save the villagers as fast as possible, and the other group going towards the bottom right village to clear the other enemy group. Devise your army by sending the fastest units left to save the village, and ensure Alvina is in this group so she can reach Scarl. Along the way, have Axel stop by the center lake, preferably after the ballistas are neutralized one way or another, and fetch the Como Pearl out of the river for the side quest. The pearl starts in the river to the left of the small island, but will actually move as the map goes on. The current will carry the pearl downriver, causing the spot to gradually shift toward the right as the turns go by. Track his position and have Axel grab it whenever convenient. After retrieving the holy water from Scarl, Alvina must now go bottom right to talk to Vester. In the same village, there is also a named NPC that we must speak to. This allows us to complete the second side quest. After that, all that remains is to kill Almachus and reclaim Borneo once and for all. Almachus is one of the 4 Radzite Cardinals, 4 primary antagonists that form the principal endgame bosses that we must tackle. As the first of the Cardinals, he is surprisingly easy to kill. The most annoying part is his Berserk Orb. It has 20 uses and he will gladly use it to inflict the status effect on your army from 5 range. As you approach the castle, make sure you are stocked up on sedatives or the Pacify Light Orb to constantly cure off the Berserk. There will be 2 reinforcing race priests that drop sedatives on death to help ward off the Berserk, but with only 2 of them spawning as sparsely separated turns, you must have your own supply of anti-Berserk to keep up, especially if Pentland's ballistas have been turned friendly. They love nothing more than to feast on the weak race priests and, in a comedy of errors, accidentally take the sedatives away from you. Outside of the Berserk Orb, Almachus isn't that threatening. Once the door to the castle breaks down, he's as good as dead. What's more, a unit that can attack from 3 or more range can even shoot him from outside the walls, killing him long before the door actually opens. The castle does receive reinforcements as time goes on, the most notable one being an enemy on turn 16 that drops a crafting material on death, so make sure to look out for him and defeat that unit specifically. Alvina speaking to Vester will also temporarily recruit Vester into the army for this map. To clear the map, have Vester walk to the castle and seize it, bringing an end to this mission. Overall, this map is not too difficult, the two biggest challenges being the hostile ballista ring and the constant berserk spam from Almachus. Once both threats are dealt with, a 22-turn victory will be easily accomplished for maximum tactics rank. Just like with chapter 11, we have a single side map for this chapter that we will now get to. See you soon.